Hey there, Aquarius. I think I'm on Aquarius, but thank you for being here, Aquarius. Really appreciate it. This is going to be your midweek update for the week of December 27th. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, make sure to do so down below. Otherwise, this reading won't make sense to you. But this is the original Celtic cross that you had in the first part of the reading. And now we are going to clarify it. I'm actually going to lay out these anchor cards here at the top of your reading so we can get some more clarity for the reading itself. But you start off here with this badger spirit in your first row, and it says, be fearless, be bold. I think we talked about this in your reading. It's a very common energy at the end of the year here. Other signs have had this type of kind of, I would call it risk-taking energy, but I don't know if that's accurate. It's not really like you're taking some sort of big risk. It's more just like the universe, I feel like, is saying, hey, you're capable of so much more. You're capable of creating things beyond your wildest dreams. As clickbait as that sounds, it's true. And I feel that this card is saying, but to do that, you're going to have to be fearless. You're going to have to be bold. You're going to have to push through things. You're going to have to push towards things as well with this energy. So I really feel that's what you need to do with the Badger Spirit. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Nine of Swords. Definitely time to get out of your head. I think you're worrying about things with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, just in general, if I was being super, super picky. Really good reading in general, but what I would say is the Nine of Swords, I feel, is saying, like, you remember what we were talking about in your first reading, where it's like you have this vision of your ultimate life, your ultimate destiny, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like this Nine of Swords is saying you could be thinking about all the what ifs with the Nine of Swords. It's like, if I get married, what if my partner leaves me? If I get married, what if my partner cheats on me? It's like all these like things are popping into my head here with the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords to me is a card that says no stinking thinking, right? You got to keep it positive with the Nine of Swords. It also kind of says, number one, the Nine of Swords is temporary. Number two, it actually says you're probably in a better position than you think. He has this blanket over him here, and the blanket literally represents like a comfort blanket, something that comforts you, something that can heal you or take care of you. So I feel like you need to realize that you're in a much better position than you realize. With the, Queen of Cups here, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a card of curiosity. This is coming up in your crossing position, and the Page of Swords could represent like a little bit of immaturity. Queen of Cups plus a Page of Swords, that's a mother and child as well, and that is popping into my head. For some of you, there could be something going on between mother and child in this reading that is preventing forward movement. I don't see this as a bad thing, though. I think this is something that is going to be overcome, because we go from Queen of Cups, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. It's almost like a mother-child relationship could be balancing out. It could be you. You could be the mother with the child, and you could be balancing things out. It could be you and your mother. You could be the child, right, in this situation. And it's like there's something balancing out here. So I do I like that. Weird message to get. It just popped into my head there. But I do feel like it's going to be a good thing. I do also feel that the Queen of Cups and Page of Swords is saying you're going to be getting these hunches. Very intuitive energy, like I said earlier in this reading, and that the Queen of Cups is kind of like the intuitive like cue. Page of Swords saying be curious, look into it, whatever it is. It's like you might be sitting around being like, oh, I want to start a popsicle factory. The Page of Swords says look into it. Why? Because you never know. It's like maybe you don't start a popsicle factory, but maybe when you're learning about it, you come up with some sort of crazy invention that makes you $1 million. Again, this is, I know people think I'm a crazy person, which is fine with me because I am, but number one. But number two, it's like people need to think crazy with Neptune and Pisces. We have Neptune and Pisces until the end of 2025. It's like if there was ever a time where you could be like, I'm going to start a cotton candy factory, and if there was ever a time where you could do that and become a billionaire, it's like Neptune and Pisces. Because Neptune and Pisces is like freaking out there, crazy ideas, crazy inventions, crazy business ideas. Even if you don't want to start a business, if you're just doing something creative, it's like you could get a lot of attention. You could basically create anything. And again, we're going to see other people doing it. So it's like, why not be one of those people? And that's what I feel like this reading is saying. With the Knight of Wands here, you have the Chariot. Love it. Your thoughts are on a victory, clearly. Again, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, it's like that's where your thoughts are. Your thoughts are on this victory. You understand that some sort of change needs to happen I feel that you understand that you have to leave behind the Four of Pentacles over here. It's like you understand that where you are is probably preventing you from moving forward. This is a good reading because, I think it's hard for people to kind of look at themselves, right? Which it looks like you are doing here. It looks like you are looking at yourself and saying, okay, like these are the things that need to change in my life so that I can have a victory, so that I can move forward. The Chariot is also as above, so below. He has these stars in his canopy up here, and he also has these moons on his shoulders. It just represents as above, so below. So I feel like a lot of you could be creating a lot at this time. Very, very good time for manifestation, it seems. Next, you have this Voyage card. Chariot, Voyage card, could be moving, traveling, something along those lines. Wouldn't really surprise me if you were. So I do feel some of you could be moving. I also feel like you're being lifted up. You can see like this whale is lifting up this baby whale on this card. So you could be being lifted up by something that is bigger than you. Again, mother-child type of relationship here on this card. It popped into my head with that Queen of Cups, like I said. So there is something going on here. Again, you could be the mother. You could be the child. Doesn't really matter how this is going. With this Page of Pentacles, you have the Fool. Definitely time for you to take a leap of faith. The Page of Pentacles is coming up in your foundation, and the Fool is saying you are ready for this new beginning. Page of Pentacles is a new beginning. I mean, to me, this is a perfect combination because it's saying it is time for you to take the risk. The Fool is taking a risk by taking a leap of faith, by starting the new beginning. I also feel this could be love. It's kind of funny how I'm seeing this here. The Fool has this dog that is nipping at his heels right here. The dog represents loyalty, companionship, like all those other things, and it could say that there is a person who is either in your life already or is coming into your life. For some of you, I feel like you already know who this person is. For others, I feel like it's a brand new person. Could be an earth sign. You have Pisces, Cancer, Fire here as well. So it could be any one of those signs, general reading. And I do feel there is a person who has very pure intentions with that Fool energy. The Fool, he's holding a white rose behind him. The white rose in tarot just represents purity, pure intentions, things like that. So there's like a person who's very pure. I feel like they can take a lot as well. It's like they've been through a lot. They keep pushing forward. That could be the thing that's attractive to you, for you, about this person that's coming in for you. I definitely see love coming in, but it might be more like the new year that this love is coming in. And it's someone who's very loyal. I feel like you're worried about loyalty with that Nine of Swords for whatever reason, but I feel like this person is like perfectly loyal. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups. This is the energy that is passing you, and the Nine of Cups is a good card, but it's a card of contentment. If we look at this row right here, this diagonal, I should say, your first diagonal, 10 of Cups, 9 of Swords, Ace of Swords, 9 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. Very content energy. The Nine of Cups is a card of contentment. 4 of Pentacles is also a card of contentment as well. He's just sitting where he has always been. It's like things aren't good, things aren't bad. They're just like neutral. But what I would say is your whole entire reading is like screaming, there's more, right? There is more for you to accomplish. There's more for you to do. You could become so much more than you are right now. And I always tell people, it's like, people, like I get a lot of comments from losers basically who say like, oh, well, you should just be happy being, whatever. I'm like, yeah, it's not about being happy or not being happy, but it's like one of my favorite people of all time, Jim Rohn, he says, how much does a tree grow? As much as possible. We're not meant to stop growing as people, right? It's like, how many times have you heard a story about a person who retires and then has like a heart attack 2 weeks later? It's because they've stopped their growth, right? So I feel like we should grow as much as possible. We should exceed our own expectations just because it will inspire other people to do that. Again, I think it's a problem where, people, and I see this happening. The reason I'm saying this is because I feel like this could be happening to you. It's like you could be having people in your life who are saying, why can't you just be happy with? It's like they don't understand the difference between happiness and exceeding your expectations. I don't think this reading is saying you're not happy. I feel like it's saying you want to, push it to the limits, which is exactly what you should be doing as well. Again, I think people don't like it because, it points something out in them that where they just can't do the work or they're not willing to do the work. But it's like you are. This reading to me is saying you are willing to do the hard work. With the High Priestess, you have the Four of Wands here. Amazing. Number one, this could be marriage. Some of you could be getting married here or meeting a person that you will be getting married to. Could be a Pisces for some of you. Could be any sign. General reading. But I feel this is really a lot of happiness. The Four of Wands is like reaching a finish line. It's also a card of freedom. In your first reading, again, linked up down below, I was talking about something about freedom. I was getting something about you being set free, or kind of like freedom in your reading. And I get that vibe here. The Four of Wands is a card of freedom, by the way. So it makes perfect sense to me that you could be being set free. I also feel 1111 is going to be very important for you. We have the two pillars on the High Priestess, and then you have 1111 here based on the Four of Wands. You see the two wands on either side. So I like to see that. It's also popping into my head as a pause symbol as well. The 1111, it's like a pause symbol like you see on a TV, right? And so I feel for some of you, something was put on pause in the past, and now it's like moving forward. I'm not saying it's a relationship. I just feel some of you are pushing play on something, if that makes sense. And I don't know, it's popping into my head, so I'm going to say it. There you go. Next, you have this broken open card in your last row. Something's pouring out here. Normally I feel this card is more like a glow up type of energy where it's like you're kind of glowing up. I feel differently about this. Something is being released. It's almost like there's a sense of vulnerability here with this card. I feel like you're becoming vulnerable, or you're allowing something to kind of like be, vulnerable, if that makes sense. You're opening up. It's like something is releasing with this energy. I feel pretty good about this for you, and I also feel that it could be allowing you to connect at a higher level with some people in your life, for example. So if you're like worried about relationships or how you connect with people, I think this could be helpful. I also feel that you're kind of like channeling from source. So a lot of you are just stepping into alignment. When we're in alignment, we can accomplish anything, literally. With this 10 of Pentacles here, you have the Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor. This is your true love. Again, clearly, I wouldn't really call this a love reading, although I think it's an everything reading. I think everything is included in this reading. And 10 of Pentacles is the best love card in the deck as far as I'm concerned. Yes, it's a Pentacle card, but it is like everything you desire to have in your life. And the Knight of Cups is a Knight in Shining Armor, someone who sweeps you off your feet. There's definitely an offer coming in for you. Look at this. I mean, this is like raw passion as well with the Ace of Wands. There's like a lot of desire with the Ace of Wands and a very strong connection. So I would say you're attracting someone where there's a lot of desire between the two of you to be together. Page of Pentacles is someone making an offer as well. So there's some sort of communication coming in here. With the Nine of Pentacles in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Nine of Wands. Again, pretty simple energy, setting healthy boundaries with the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. It's like maybe in the past you've been giving too much to certain relationships in your life, family, friends, people, whatever. Nine of Pentacles, she understands I can give 3 pentacles worth of energy. The Nine of Pentacles doesn't have to be money. It could be her time. It could be her effort. It could be how much love she gives to every single person in her life. You only have so much, right? She's willing to give 3 pentacles worth. I always tell people as well, that amount increases the 3 pentacles worth, okay? She is always 6-3. She is always keeping 6 for herself and giving 3. But you could kind of look at this as a percentage. It's like the longer that she holds on to 6, it's like this. If we were to pretend that was energy, that amount grows. It gets bigger. So the 3 that she is willing to give always becomes more because she's always kind of fulfilling herself first with the 6 pentacles. So she's able to kind of always give more. I know that's kind of like a little crazy thinking, but that's what's going on there. But I think you need to set healthy boundaries with the 9 of Wands, with like who you're giving energy to. I feel in a lot of ways that you've had a lot of lessons over the past, probably your entire life about like who you can give energy to, who you can't give energy to, all that. With the 4 of Pentacles, you have the 6 of Wands. You are going to be feeling like a winner. This is like some sort of big victory coming in for you. I like this for you, Aquarius. There's like a big victory coming in for you, some sort of big win. And with your last card, the Ace of Wands, you have the 2 of Swords here. You just have to make the decision. Ace of Wands is only inspiration. You are inspired to do X, Y, and Z, whatever that is for you. You're inspired to marry this Knight of Cups. You're inspired to 10 of Pentacles, live your dream life. 2 of Swords says the inspiration can only get you so far. You have to turn around and you have to walk over to this island that is behind you. She is fearing that she is going to get hurt by these rocks that are in the water. But if she just put her swords down, stopped protecting her heart so much, and took her blindfold off and turned around, she would see that it's low tide and she could easily walk over to that island. Of course, we always want to protect ourselves. That's not what I'm not saying don't protect yourself, but she's being overprotective. over her heart. She needs to experience something new. There's something new over there on that island. She's 4 of Pentacles. She is sitting where she has always been. And so she needs to move towards something new. Pretty powerful stuff is what I would say to you here, Aquarius. I feel like there's a lot of good energy coming in this reading. Probably, this is definitely one of the best readings I've done for this week. Just all of it, both your readings, the first one and the second one, the whole thing together, best energy for sure. But thank you for being here, Aquarius. Really appreciate it. Again, if you haven't watched part 1, I would do that down below. I also have the 2022 readings linked up down below as well. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.